Dani woke up wrapped in a cocoon of warmth and sweet vanilla. Slowly opening her eyes, she looked over at the wall across from her bed. Who the hell was the man in the suit, and why was his picture on her wall? Behind her the bed shifted and an arm wrapped around her, hugging her close. Wait a second, she was naked, and so was the person behind her. Dani took a deep breath. She wasn't hungover, so she couldn't have been drinking that much. But why couldn't she remember the other night? Closing her eyes, Dani mentally retraced her steps. Talking to her father, getting ready, and arriving at Paula's. Shit. Images of the night before played in Dani's mind like a movie. The couch, the wine, the kisses. How could she have let this happen? First in the bathroom at the club, and now this. Dani was ripped from her thoughts by the sound of her phone buzzing on the nightstand. Jesus. Did it have to be so loud? Slapping her hand down onto the phone, she gripped it with all her might, doing her best to suppress the sound. Then, slowly slipping out of bed, she hurried across the room and found the bathroom. Closing the door behind her, she looked at her screen to see that it was her father calling. Shit, Dani hissed. Taking a deep breath, she calmed herself before answering the phone. Hey Dad, she said, being mindful of the volume of her voice. Hey kiddo, you okay? Jackson asked, his voice filled with concern. Dani paused for a moment. Shit, it was Monday, and, pulling the phone from her face, she looked at the screen. Fuck. It was creeping up on 1 in the afternoon. She should have been at work hours ago. Yeah, I just woke up this morning and I wasn't feeling too hot. I meant to call you, but I fell back asleep, sorry, Dani said, cringing a bit. She hated lying to her father. Ellie and Megan aside, her father was her best friend. In high school, while all her friends were drinking, partying, and warring with their parents, Dani was still drinking and partying, but she was open with her father. Many people thought that because Jackson was a cop, that automatically made him a lame hardass, but that was the farthest thing from the truth. He'd been a wild kid himself, so he understood the curiosity about drugs and alcohol. He'd turn a blind eye when Dani and her friends would sneak beer into the basement, and even when she did something that she knew her father wouldn't like, Dani could always talk to him about anything. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. I'll text Mom and see if she'll swing by and drop off some food. He said. No, that's not necessary. I'm sure I just need some rest and fluids. Dani said. At least that wasn't a total lie. After the night she had with Paula, Dani was sure she could sleep for several days. All right then. Call if you need anything. Love you, he said. Love you too. Dani ended the call, and her stomach dropped. She lied to her father of all people, and then she told him she loved him on top of it. Who does that? Her thoughts were cut short by a knock on the bathroom door. Dani, Paula called out. Dani opened the door to reveal a completely naked Paula, hair still disheveled from the previous night's activities. Hi, Paula whispered before kissing the other woman's cheek. I have to pee, she said, making her way past Dani and over to the toilet. Dani excused herself from the bathroom and made her way back into the bedroom. Lying down, she looked up at the bedroom ceiling, her eyes focused on the rotating fan. She felt split. The guilt of lying to her father and sleeping with Paula was bubbling inside her. But she was on cloud 9. She hadn't had such out-of-body and then back-into-body, mind-blowing sex since she was in college. Back then, she and her at-the-time girlfriend, Fiona, didn't have much else to do. Since they both got full rides, and their everyday needs were being taken care of by their fathers, neither woman had a real need for a job. All they had to worry about was school, so they spent most of their days studying and their nights having sex, lots and lots of sex. But Dani's time with Fiona couldn't hold a candle to what had gone down between Dani and Paula last night. Fuck. Why couldn't Paula have been a pillow princess or trash at sex? Hey! Paula called out, causing Dani to lift her head. A packaged toothbrush came flying Dani's way. I want to make out, Paula said bluntly as Dani caught it. Rising up from the bed, Dani made her way back into the bathroom. After brushing their teeth, Paula grabbed a hold of Dani's hips, pulling the other woman flush against her. What are your plans for the day? Paula whispered, her nose brushing against Dani's. My schedule's all clear, Dani said with a laugh. Oh really? Paula said, hugging the other woman closer. Dani bit her bottom lip and nodded before Paula leaned in. Their mouths came together, and all thoughts of the ethics of this budding relationship and what her father would think of her fled Dani's mind. It might not have been right, but fuck did it feel oh so good. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up, and maybe share it with a friend or two. For more LGBT stories, visit the royalbluenetwork.lgbt today.